No worries. Hello there, my name's Chris Charles, I'm from the French Army Reenactment Group. Today we're going to be doing a talk on the FM24-29 down here at Tankfest 24, yeah. So what we have here is the FM, Fusil Michelus 2429. Has been mistaken by a few people this weekend for the Bren. It is not the Bren, it is a predecessor to the Bren. This thing came out as a result of the 1921 trials for a replacement for the Labelle cartridge, which was a particularly horrible cartridge. It's heavily rimmed, heavily tapered. So what they wanted to do is they wanted a more magazine compatible round. So what they did is they like the Mauser round. So they went a lot closer to the Mauser round, a bit too close you could say, which is the reason why they have the 24-29/29. The original round, it was, as I said, a bit too close to the Mauser round, and it could be confused. The Mauser round being 8mm, the 7.5 French round, if you fire obviously an 8mm for a 7.5 barrel, you're going to end up with nasty things happening to you. So in 1929 they did slightly change the caliber up to, they changed the length of the cartridge from 58mm to 54mm, because that 4mm difference won't allow the working parts to close properly. So that got rid of that problem of potential weapon destruction and personal injury. So what we got here is, as I said, it's a light machine gun. Kind of based around the walking fire principle, hence that's why it's got the strop, has got this this loop here, along with the hole. What you do is you can pin it up to itself, and that will then allow you to walk and fire. The bipod itself on this one's a little loose, that's why I keep faffing with it. The 24-29 then, as this one is identical to 24 except for the difference in the chamber and the barrel. Like I said, all they did was change the chamber and made it a little longer. The gun itself then, dual triggers. The excuse me. The forward trigger is for fully auto. The after trigger is for nope, wrong way around. Sorry. Forward one is semi-auto. Rear one is fully auto.
Not a mistake you'd want to make on the range.
Not really. No. Had to get rid of the. It's a good way of doing it because it gets rid of the selector.
Yeah.
Which is less moving parts, which is quite good. You've got obviously safety here, which is, to be honest, quite a rarity with the French weapons. But it was part of the procurement process. They did want a safety. This bar here is part of the takedown. I'm not going to go too far into that. There is other videos if you want to see that. On the back here you have a cruciform. This is for the monopod, so that it can be locked into and make it a very stable firing platform. You've got a 25 round top magazine. So with the magazine released at the back here. Once you've released the magazine, you can then close the dust covers. As I said, the French were a bit paranoid at this point about dirt and dust after the Chauchard. So what you do is you can close all that down, which then completely seals the magazine aperture, and then you can just close down it's a lot easier with two hands.
And with your third hand?
Yeah, exactly. Or just put it on the table, would be good at it. Unfortunately, they are a bit worn, they're a bit tired, these guns. They're old girls now. So there you go. Makes it quite nice, makes it quite compact. Also gives it quite a nice profile. So if you want to bring it back into action, all you need to do is you open your dust covers, you get your magazine, so make sure it's the right way around. Then brings up your magazine release. There should be a rear sight on here, unfortunately that's missing. I am in the process of trying to get a new one, or a replacement one, however at the moment I have sadly lacking.
Not something I would have thought was commonly available.
No, they're quite hard to get hold of. Hopefully one of my French friends will be able to find one for me at some point. But no, it's an awesome bit of kit. It was long served. Like I said, came into service in 1925-ish. It was accepted in 24.
Yeah.
Came into service in 25. And it was then used all the way through to the late 50s, early 60s. Obviously went through World War II, Indochina, Algeria, all the other little wars that they were fighting in the time. It was only replaced when the AA-52, the belt-fed general purpose machine gun, came into into service in the late 50s.
Yeah. Now, you were telling me yesterday about the bipod being a bit of a flaw with the weapon.
As you've seen, I've been fighting with the bipod for the last 10 minutes. So the bipod itself is...
I almost feel guilty now getting you to undo it again.
It's one of those things that it was, it's a bipod, it works really well, but at the same time, it's got absolutely no... they could have put a stop on it, a mechanical stop on it, just to allow it to tilt so far. Would have been a good idea. I'm not sure why anyone really needs it to swing as much as it does. But it's one of the weird things with the 24-29. Like I said, it's a very good light machine gun. It was definitely one of the best machine guns of its day. Yeah. However, there is some product improvements they could have made to keep it even, just keep it up with the times.
I mean, they did take them into German service, didn't they, during the Second World War?
Oh, yes, yeah. I mean, the Germans did along with most other French.
I mean, in all fairness, pretty much anything they got their hands on.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, as far as World War II, it was, the LMG was still a viable platform. It was only after the only tail end of the 1940s that everybody suddenly wanted the GPMG, the general purpose machine gun, with a belt fed that could do everything. And that's where the Bren as well sort of fell out of favour.
Yeah. Although they did try and convert the Bren to belt feed. Was it the Taden?
I'm not sure. I'm not too clued up.
I'm not sure you pronounce it.
I'm more French.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I noticed as well is you got a wooden grip at the bottom there with the two holes. Now, is that to lighten the weight?
Yeah, exactly, to lighten the weight. There is a hole in the bottom as well, which is for the anti-aircraft mount. Yeah. So that you do have an anti-aircraft facility. You do have an anti-aircraft facility that you can use to give it that anti-aircraft roll. However, it was when this was really designed, it was more of a walking fire light machine gun, good to go. A bit of kit, to be honest. I really do like it. Yeah. But it's bipod, it really do my head.
And you're just having it here. I can imagine out in the field.
Well, like I said, she's an old girl. She's getting a bit tired.
I mean, you're talking 100 years old now, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100 years old. Yeah, 100 years old this year.
That's quite a scary thought, isn't it?
Yeah. Don't think of that.
Has she had a telegram from the King?
Yeah, should do, shouldn't she?
Yeah.
Maybe the president.
Yeah.
So only other thing you've got the opening bipod, and you do have a small little trapdoor in the back here that you can stow. Yeah. You have a spare extractor in there. You have a spare. Again, a few other little things. This key here is not captive. It does unscrew all the way, so it can be lost. But you do put a spare one in there.
I mean, it does come across very much as a weapon designed for the soldier.
Yeah, I mean, they took a lot of lessons out of World War. They learnt a lot, as all the armies did. So she is really well designed. We'll give her that. I mean, the way they did it is, it is the model improved Bren. Yeah. Sorry, not BAR. BAR. Yeah. They wanted the BAR. Unfortunately, royalties. They couldn't afford to pay what Colt was asking. Actually, they just come out of World War II, World War One. They just come out of World War One. They were pretty broke. The last thing they wanted to do was pay a load of money in royalties, so they went with they went with their own design.
It's very interesting. The British went the same way. They were planning the BAR, and then decided not to buy it on economic grounds. Yeah. And then, obviously, years later, when they reopened the trials, the Bren was available.
Yeah, exactly, the ZBs.
So it could have been an interesting experience at the start of World War II, where everybody had the BAR.
There was a distinct possibility.
Yeah. No, that's been great again. Thank you very much for your time.
It's good, thank you.